in the profession of career coach. So how did you get this in mind, and like what inspired you to do this, and like how has been your journey right now?
I personally feel LinkedIn inbox of recruiters are nowadays fish market.
One bold change you would like to make in the immigration policy. What's one stereotype that you usually find in all immigrants?
Do not ask for referrals from the first message onwards. Never do that.
Yeah.
Nobody likes selfish or one-sided conversations. There should be a meaningful communication, meaningful connection before you ask for favors from someone.
LinkedIn से connections बनाना, is it better than the Instagram and like Snapchat or like other social media platforms? Focusing more on the interview part, the soft skills is more necessary, or focusing on your tech skills is more necessary? It's not just about the technical skills that you know, it's also about the soft skills that you should be focusing on. Which industry treats immigrants the worst?
If you ever come across a job posting or someone's post regarding an open job, do not ever react with that post.
इस पूरे पॉडकास्ट को स्टार्ट करने से पहले अगर आपको हमारा कंटेंट अच्छा लगे then you can subscribe to CIS so that हम हर हफ्ते पॉडकास्ट को और बेहतर बनाते जाए. अगर आपको इससे कुछ भी सीखने को मिले तो अपने दोस्तों के साथ शेयर करें. इस पॉडकास्ट का ऑडियो वर्जन एप्पल पॉडकास्ट, स्पॉटिफाई एंड अमेजन म्यूजिक पे अवेलेबल है. नाउ एंजॉय दिस पॉडकास्ट. So finally, we are here in the 6th episode of Canadian Immigrant Stories. So today we have Viraj Shah on our podcast. So it's great to have you here.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here as well.
So how are you feeling today?
Feeling amazing. The weather is a bit cloudy, but it's a chill day. Happy to see you and join you here.
Great. So today we are gonna talk about the career coaching that you are doing. You are in the profession of career coach. So how did you get this in mind, and like what inspired you to do this, and like how has been your journey right now?
So I didn't have a premeditated goal of being a career coach. I am currently a media planner. When I was applying for roles in advertising industry, I came across many hurdles and faced many rejections. Total of 12 in a span of just 1 month back in 2022.
Okay.
So
you even remember the number of rejections?
yeah, I have them in my mind. The companies that rejected me, and they were all good. The rejection, they did me a lot of good. I got to know how the things go, how the things work, what to do, what not to do, and that helped me advise others on their journey, how to approach the job hunt in my industry. uh, so I helped out a couple of people, and then I saw success. I felt I could do this as uh, my side gig for a while, and that's how it started. I helped out a few people, and they also saw success, and then it turned a bit bigger, but still it's not on a huge scale. I wouldn't say I'm a full-time career coach. It's just kind of a hobby that I do after my work.
Okay. So like when did you start when you started this as a career coaching? So what was in your mind? Like you were feeling nervous, or like it was just you were liking it, or like आपको कुछ नया लग रहा था, या फिर just a usual thing that you were doing?
So I like helping people. I like criticizing things as well.
Okay.
So it came to me naturally, and apart from work, I was at that time bartending.
Oh,
So I wanted. We live in Toronto. Everyone has probably two jobs or two part-time jobs. Everyone is working around the clock. So this was a good segue for me to work on my laptop after work, and not go out to rent out my time and get working. This was easier. I just had to talk people, provide knowledge, and get paid for it. So that's how I started it. I wasn't nervous a bit. I knew my shit, so it was easy to get the job done.
Did it help you somewhere to like connect with people and like getting in touch with more people?
Definitely. So when you are a person that a lot of people will be seeking to get knowledge from, you will build meaningful connections with them, and with a lot of my clients as well, and with a lot of people who connected with me and not are not my clients. I had meaningful conversations, meaningful connections, and due to that, some of them are still in touch with me. I actually went out on a trip with one of my friends who I met through LinkedIn. There have been a lot of outings of mine with friends I met on LinkedIn instead of a regular Instagram or Facebook. So I built a lot of connections, a lot of places where if I want to get some discounts, people are like, इस चीज़ का सेटिंग हो तो इसका डिस्काउंट चाहिए at American Eagle or Uniqlo or Best Buy. I got that from my LinkedIn connections. So it definitely helped me in building new connections and good ones.
या दैट्स अ गुड थिंग दैट यू टोल्ड कि फेसबुक इंस्टाग्राम से दोस्त बनते हैं ना, तो इट्स जस्ट लाइक कैजुअल थिंग, मीम्स शेयर करना, स्टोरी शेयर करना, बट यू हैड अ मीनिंगफुल कनेक्शंस कि जो एक्चुअल में आपको रियल लाइफ में भी काम आ रहा है, कहीं ना कहीं आप उनसे कनेक्ट कर पा रहे हैं, आप उनको रियल लाइफ में फ्रेंड्स उनके साथ आप ट्रिप कर रहे हो, तो यू आर गेटिंग मीनिंगफुल कनेक्शंस एट द एंड। आप करियर कोच के तौर पे लाइक कैसे लोगों को हेल्प करते हो या फिर स्टूडेंट्स को हेल्प करते हो, लाइक हाउ डिड यू make them help like finding the job?
So a lot of people, most of them students, they come from India with their bachelor's done or not even their bachelor's done without any proper job experience. Most of the people that I come across, and even those with jobs, for them getting jobs were pretty easy in India. Just would have sent out a resume and got the job, probably given a couple of interviews. But here the process is pretty different. Sending out resume doesn't work anymore at the moment because of the demand and supply economics in the job market. With the liquidity in the economy so less, the companies aren't hiring. The company के पास पैसा नहीं है, they aren't hiring, so they only hire the best people, and the number of people applying for those roles are in huge chunks. So normal application won't work, and on top of it, even if you apply normally, you might get a shot, but people don't know how to make their resume or what points to enter. If there are people whose resumes I've come across, they have like one job, they have one position mentioned with single 6 7 words of bullet points, like did this work, did this work.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so the resumes aren't proper. They aren't building any meaningful connections, or they are not networking with the right people who could get them the job or who could actually get them in touch with the recruiter for the particular position. So coming back to our question, which was people are finding it hard to get jobs.
So how do you like actually help them, like by improving the resume or like
yeah, it's a multitude of things. Firstly, it's the resume. Second thing is the LinkedIn's aren't at the top of their game. So LinkedIn, some people say, many job coaches say that LinkedIn should be amazing because recruiters will screen your LinkedIn, etc. I don't believe that. LinkedIn should be good. It should be at the top of your game for yes, but not for the sake of recruiters. I personally feel your LinkedIn profile should be amazing. Just because the connections that you're trying to make, the network that you're trying to build, they will come to your profile and they will try to scout if you are a legit profile or if you have what it takes to be in their connections. So that is why I suggest my clients to have a great LinkedIn profile. It should be stunning. It should catch attention of the people who are coming there, and they should get an innate feeling that okay, I need to be connected with this person. This person is legit. If she or they are seeking some help from me, it's probably like they are legit, and I would love to help them out. Second thing is that resume, LinkedIn, Practices on LinkedIn. Many people, this is like one of the biggest things that I would like to highlight. If you ever come across a job posting or someone's post regarding an open job, do not ever react with that post. If you like that post, or if you say interested uh, on the post, or say, hey, I've sent you a message, please check, all of your connections who are hunting for jobs, they are gonna see that comment and that post because of the LinkedIn algorithm. And that is just gonna increase your competition.
Okay.
The optimal way to deal with that is you apply for the role, or you send a direct message to the job poster or the person who has posted that particular post regarding an opening, regarding that hiring. There are many things like this that people need to be mindful about, because it's not Instagram or Facebook or Twitter you gonna do anything and nobody's gonna take notice. This is a professional network, so LinkedIn needs to be respected, and there are some norms which are unspoken, which not many know about, that need to be followed for you to be considered a good profile. Apart from that, making sure that if people search your name and if your LinkedIn comes up first, that's a sign of great LinkedIn profile, because I have mine. If you search my name on Google anywhere in the world, the first link that you get is my profile on Google.
Oh, that's great. Like you have already optimized your own website or own
I
profile
haven't
or
done
everything.
anything. I haven't done anything. It's
Oh.
just, yeah, by itself. If you search Viraj Shah, the first link on Google that you'll get is my LinkedIn profile.
That's great.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying in regards to like making your profile really great. That is what you gotta do, and that is what I teach. So after that, what I need to do, or what I help out people with, is how to particularly hunt for jobs, the way to connect with people. Apart from that, when it comes to their interviews, how to prepare their script for the interviews. I am a person who likes to be prepared, and there can be 20, 25, 30 questions which are bound to be asked in your interviews. I prefer to have those and their answers written over in a script, and the person prepared for the interview, so that they go in with the ease and a bit of less anxiety, that okay, this is what's gonna be asked in the interview, and I can be at ease, that I'm prepared for those questions. I take mock interviews for those people as well, so that they know how the interview will be, because I myself have been in so many interviews. I know how the interviews go on and the flow of the interviews. So my clients are at maximum ease, and they are aware about the environment that they are going to be in.
So just a small doubt over here. Like once you help them get like applying for job.
Yeah.
So second step is gonna be like direct reaching out to the recruiter, or like is that not a good way?
So reaching out to the recruiter is definitely good, in my opinion. Do you know the recruiter's email? Do you know the recruiter's name? Then go for it. I personally feel LinkedIn inbox of recruiters are nowadays fish market. A lot of people are in there, so better shoot your shot in the email of recruiter.
Okay.
Apart from that, the first priority should be getting to know the recruiter and getting in touch with them. But if that's not possible, first try to get in touch with someone who's working in that company, possibly in the same role that you're targeting.
Okay.
And then through that person, get to know the recruiter's name. And further on, if the connection is strong, maybe get their email and try to send out a warm email, not a cold email to the recruiter, a warm email that you are referred by XYZ person. And because of that referral, and you feel that you are a solid fit, you are confident that you are a solid fit for this role, you send out your resume with a small note about yourself, that I have XYZ amount of experience, I am experienced with this and this software, and this is the reason why I feel I'm a solid fit, and I would love to have a conversation with you. And here the conversation means the screening interview.
Okay. So is there any specific way to reach out to recruiter, like finding his email or something? There is some trick, or like there is some tools available for that?
There are multiple tools available. One of them that I remember top of my head is Hunter, hunter.io, if I'm
Okay.
not wrong. There are various tools available.
Hmm.
I don't know how accurate they are,
Okay.
so I can't speak of their accuracy because I myself had tried sometimes it's accurate, sometimes it's not.
Mm-hmm.
So the accuracy you need to check, but the best person to get a recruiter's email would be a person from that particular organization that you're targeting, who's not and someone who can provide it to you.
Hmm.
That would be one of the ways. Other ways is to reach out to the recruiter themselves, and if they are willing to hand out their email to you,
Hmm.
that's another way. And this is an interesting way to find out a recruiter's email if they are already connected with you.
Okay.
If they are connected with you, go to their LinkedIn profile, press the three dots, and there you will see the contact info button.
Yeah.
Click on it. There is a good chance you might find the recruiter's email there
Okay. If you are already in connection.
if you are already connected with them.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes it has their emails, sometimes there are people's phone number available. Worst case, if someone is not mindful about their privacy, their address is also uh, public there. So the privacy settings, how well they are managed or how well they have restricted their information, it that may
Depends on
that
that.
yeah, that makes it that the contact information depends on how well the privacy has been set up by the user.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, got your point. So the second step is gonna be try to reach out to recruiters, or try to reach out someone from the company to understand like how the is interview actually goes, or like how the position is well fitted for you. Or try to understand that part of it.
So I have four steps
Hmm.
that I tend to teach to my people.
Okay.
First is network
Hmm.
with the person who is belonging to that company, who is working at that company, who can give you a bit about that company, information, what's going on, weather check, temperature check about the company, whether the company is good enough to join, etc. Second step is to get the referral.
Hmm.
Get the referral from that person. Third step is to apply. Fourth step is to reach out to the recruiter after you apply, so that the recruiter can see your profile in the job portal, that this person's profile is already here, they have already applied, I see their resume. And then they can the connection to the recruiter and the communication with them, I prefer ideally if it's through email, that's best, because you are serving them your profile, and you are not asking them, or they are not going to hunt for profiles to fill in the particular role, because they also have a role to play here. They need to fill that profile, it's their task. And if you're making their life easier by sending your resume and sending the profile to them in their email, then it's beneficial for both the parties. First step regarding networking,
Hmm.
do not ask for referrals from the first message onwards. Never do that.
Yeah.
Nobody likes selfish or one-sided conversations. There needs to be a give and take, or if not give and take, then there should be a meaningful communication, meaningful connection before you ask for favors from someone. You cannot ask a random person to help you out without them knowing about how your work ethic is, or how well you work, or what's your profile. uh, it's just plainly rude and absurd to do that from the first message onwards. First,
Instead of that, I guess the genuine connections should be better. Like I'm trying to introduce myself. What are you doing? Just some
have
normal.
coffee chats first.
Yeah.
Have coffee
Exactly.
chats first. Either get on a call with that person on a Zoom call or a Meet call. If the person is willing to meet you in person, that's best. Buy that person a coffee. Value their time.
Hmm.
Get on a call with them on phone any way possible. But first, showcase them your
What you are doing,
experience
what you are
and
looking for.
what you bring to the table, and make it seem that if they refer you, they will be benefited by the referral bonus that they get receive from the company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a lot of times most of the people, they receive referral bonus when they refer a person who gets
Okay.
hired
Okay.
after a completion of 3 months or 6 months, the probationary period.
In most of the
Most of
companies.
the companies, yes.
Okay. That's something new to know.
Yeah.
ओके सो ये आपने जो बात की कि आपने जो 4 स्टेप्स भी बताए कि पहले भी आपको नेटवर्किंग यू आर डूइंग गोइंग फॉर नेटवर्किंग, यू आर आल्सो ट्राइंग टू रीच आउट टू पीपल इवन बिफोर द एप्लीकेशन जॉब एप्लीकेशन, आप रेफरल पहले ढूँढते हो एंड देन यू अप्लाई
Apply.
फॉर जॉब. And one thing also you mentioned is like you have to also check the company's background. It's not just like you are applying to all of the positions that are available.
Yeah, so what happens is there are companies like Good to Great Solutions whom I
Okay.
interviewed for. I went to that interview. It was a marketing company for a marketing coordinator role. Turns out it was a door-to-door sales job.
Okay.
So it's good to know either through the person who's working in that company, or someone in your connection or in your network who knows about that company. Ask them
Mhm.
about whether this company is legit or not, because nobody wants to waste their time, prepare for a particular interview only to know this is not the job for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's better to save your time and do a bit of homework about that company, if it's not particularly well known, and then dip your toes and interview for that particular position, or apply for that role.
So people think I have a good experience, I have good skills for this specific position or specific job role, but I don't know how to showcase them to the employer. So what comes to your mind in this type of scenarios?
So if you have good experience, or if you are particularly well knowledge about the subject matter that you're talking about, there must be some tangible proof that
Mhm.
you would be able to showcase. That is in terms of either a presentation or a past work or a project work that you might have done. That is the best way to showcase your skills and experience to that particular recruiter or that particular company.
Hmm.
So if you are an expert, probably you have something, or if you don't, then just
For
spend
example,
some
someone
time.
is just a fresher,
If
then
someone is fresher,
hmm.
uh, then probably they need to connect with people, get to know what that company does, and try to make a prototype of one of the projects that they will be doing in their future roles, just to show to the recruiter, okay, I am self starter, I am driven, and I have started this project or this work example for joining this company. um, and this is my prototype, or this is a presentation that I've created
Hmm.
for you to see, that I know how to do the stuff, or I know how to do how the drill goes in that company. And it also showcases how driven I am, how my work ethic is. I'm not getting paid for doing this, but I am highly motivated to join your company, and that is the reason why I have done this. Showcase that, connect with people. A lot of times, as you mentioned, you wanted to know about my experiences with my prior clients.
Yeah.
Most of the clients, they try to connect with people, nobody's connecting with them.
Hmm.
Why is nobody connecting with you? First of all, the ratio of people accepting your request and messaging you back will always be about 10 is to 2. Like 20% are gonna respond to you, and from that 2 people, or let's just make the number bigger, if you send 100 connections, 20 people will accept or probably respond back to you. From those 100, only 10 will probably say yes to referring you, but that 10 is a big number. So next time, if you are applying for a role, you have someone to refer you in that particular company, in comparison to rest of the 1,000 others who are just plainly applying.
Hmm.
That makes a positive difference. That has made a big difference for my prior clients. I've asked them to create presentations, some proof work that they can showcase that, okay, I have done this, because right now people are not competing with out of school graduates. They are competing with uh, people from with foreign experience of 2 to 3 years, who are not able to find job, and they are willing uh, to to reduce their bar and join entry level roles, even though they are eligible and qualified to do 2 to 3 year of experience roles. But because they are not finding anything, they are willing to sacrifice that extra amount of pay just to get into the workforce and get earning. So you need to take multitude of steps to get into the workforce and also get a job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any specific experience or story you want to share about?
So there's this one person, a recent client.
Hmm.
He wasn't sending out connection requests to most of the people on LinkedIn. After my interaction, in a span of 2 months, he got LinkedIn Premium and he sent out 1,000 connection requests.
Okay.
Like 1,000 connection requests,
Hmm.
which is a big number.
Yes.
He used to send me screenshots that his connection request limit is being exhausted.
Okay.
Yeah, LinkedIn is sending him a note, a caution that warning, your connection sending limit is gonna be ending soon. Every week, that person got 4 to 5 interviews.
Okay.
Yeah. So I asked him to go to networking events. He met a few people. He met great connections, VPs of some positions. One of the persons that he met in one of those networking events, he sent them a note that, oh, I see this position open in your company. Can you please put in a good word for me? That person sent a message to the recruiter and he got an instant call from the recruiter. Hey, we have many positions open. Which role do you want to go on for? Do you want to go for programmatic? Do you want to go for social? Do you want to go for search? We have all of them open. On LinkedIn, you don't see all of those roles open.
Okay.
So the job market right now, many times it's like an iceberg. Top, you see 15 to 20% open roles, but below the sea level, where you cannot actually see, 70 to 75% roles are open, and they get filled by people who are enthusiastic, who are motivated, and who directly reach out to the recruiter, and they just backfill it or fill it with the people who directly come to them, uh, without the hunt for the right person. They don't have to open their job portal and look around the various profiles that have been accepted by ATS or they have received, and then trying to select one of them. They found a good profile directly in their inbox and they selected that person for the interview, and the hiring manager liked that person and the job was done.
One thing that major of the people think about recession right now in
Yeah.
US Canada market. So what are your thoughts on that specific topic?
So
How is that affecting people right now?
yeah, I think everyone can see how bad the job market is, but I'm hopeful, I'm optimistic. Probably in next 12 to 16 months the market will be better because the interest rates are going down. The Bank of Canada is expected to decrease the interest rates by 0.5 percent, which is a big deal. But the thing about interest rate is you don't see the effect right away. It takes a bit of time. That's why I said it will take 12 to 16 months to see the results. And with the advent of AI and the changes that are going on, you might not see the jobs open that you were seeing available back in
Couple of years
2022
ago.
or
Yeah.
2021 because AI is coming. It might take some of the jobs.
That's such a great insight. Like as you told, it's all about like the budget and the how the company decide to transform into. AI was not that much in game like 3 to 4 years ago. But at that time, people were spending or people were following some other ways to go on. But right now, they are switching to some other ways. So definitely, that's gonna be like a transforming phase. So yeah, that makes sense. And like such a grateful insight that you told about. I also want to talk about the strategies. Now we try to move on to some positive points or like things that people try to face. So for example, I can give you one scenario. Someone who is looking for job from last few months. For example, say कि 4-5 महीने से वो बंदा try कर रहा है. He's trying to apply people. He is trying to apply for job position. Try to reach out to people, but still he has got no luck. So what would be his scenario? You can understanding like इसकी mentality, उसकी mental issues, like he is gonna be facing lots of rejections. So ये situation है. In this scenario, what would you be improving as a career coach?
So if he's not getting any responses, 3 to 4 things can be a factor here. First thing is the sector that is applying to. Are they hiring? Most likely, most of the sectors are hiring. So the possible answer is yes, but just a quick double check or triple check on it would be good. Second thing is how's the resume looking like? Most likely the resume isn't good.
Hmm.
So there are many nuances about the resume. Most likely the resumes are good, but when I say resume is not good, is one of the examples that I mentioned, the bullet point had just 4 or 5 words. They are not presenting their skills very well, or the resume is pretty big, or the resume is pretty short. They are trying to come under the usual norm or societal norm of 1 page resume, even though they have a pretty good amount of experience that can lend up to, and the resume can lend up to 2 pages. The way they are presenting things, that could be issue. Second thing is the way they are connecting or networking with people, how their conversations are, how their communication skills are. That makes a big difference. How they are communicating, are they uh, a succinct orator who gets the communication uh, done properly, or they just go around, beat around the bush, or not able to say what they are trying to say in their second language. They might have some scope for improving their verbal communication or written communication, and that can be done pretty easily by just going to YouTube or learning it with ChatGPT as well. It can help you out, learn new idioms, learn new way of communications. Even by watching Netflix series, your communication improves a lot. Personally, it did for me. Back when I was a teenager, 16 17 years old, my English improved rapidly when I started watching the English series. So that can be these factors. um
Say for example, I just got a thought in my mind. If for example, you are looking into this scenario, and you have like 3 to 4 comments to give on, so what will be the 3 points that you would be suggesting for improving it? Just
for
quick 3 points that you would look out into.
resume, communication,
Hmm.
networking.
Networking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apart from that, do something which rest of the crowd is not doing.
Hmm.
There can be many ways. I can share that on, if someone wants to connect with me and they want to learn about it.
Yeah, sure.
But these are the few of the ways that you can just stand out from the crowd. um, Connecting with people who are the decision makers also helps a lot. VPs, directors, they are the ones who call the shot. They can make the recruiter see at your profile.
Yeah, previously as you mentioned कि एक one of your client who directly reach out to the VP, and
Yeah.
it just helped कि उसको
Yeah.
काफी options मिल गए कि like which position you
Yes.
wanna open to.
Yeah.
So that was a good thing, and that's also a good point for new people who wanna try out these things. For example, you are a tech person and you have great tech knowledge, but you don't know how to like you are not that much good at interview.
Hmm.
So focusing more on the interview part, the soft skills is more necessary, or focusing on your tech skills is more necessary?
So, to be honest, in this world that we live in, the way you communicate with the people and the way you present yourselves uh, makes a big difference. Then makes a bigger difference than what soft skills that you have in
Okay.
giving the interview and in getting the job. So you might see people who were coming first, top 3 or top 5 in your class. They might not have gotten the job, but the person who knew how to speak well, whose communication was great, they knew how to explain stuff, uh, they got the roles. So in my opinion, I wouldn't suggest to just focus on your speaking and soft skills, but it is vital.
Focusing also on that one.
Yeah, it is vital.
Definitely. Even I was going through one of the podcast, and there was the person guest who was talking about like interview is not just about telling what you know. It's also about selling yourself, like
Yeah.
what you are, like explaining the interviewer, like what you are actually efficient at,
Yeah.
and how can you improve and how can you helpful for them. So yeah, that's a great point कि दोनों चीजें होना necessary है. It's not just about the technical skills that you know. It's also about the soft skills that you should be focusing on. So yeah, that great point. Now we will come to some quick fire round questions. So first question is, what's one stereotype that you usually find in all immigrants?
बिजनेस के लिए होटल और उसके आगे भी देखो.
Okay, other business opportunities.
Yes.
Okay. Second question, local talent or skilled immigrants, whom would you choose?
Skilled immigrants, if someone is skilled, if they can do the job, then for sure they are the obvious option.
That's also same for the job market.
Yeah, of course. And also, like immigrants, most of the immigrants, they come under the DEI classification that companies are looking forward to. They want to be inclusive, they want to have diversity in their companies, so it also serves that purpose as well.
Okay. Third question, one bold change you would like to make in the immigration policy.
All the jobs which are not skilled but are still coming under knock, like restaurant manager or supervisor, they shouldn't be classified as knock B or knock A level roles. Only something skilled should be classified.
Okay. Fourth question, one networking mistake that everyone makes.
Asking people to refer them from the first conversation, from the get-go, should never do that.
Okay. People should be avoiding that.
Yes.
Fifth and last question, which industry treats immigrants the worst?
साउथ एशियन रेस्टोरेंट ओनर्स, वही उनके जो कम्युनिटी वाले बच्चे हैं उनका शोषण कर रहे हैं. The hospitality industry that is treated the worst. That is the outcry of the students anytime you open Facebook, etc.
Also, I have seen one thing, just I want to adapt it. They try to give them like the free training. You have to work for few hours and you don't even get paid.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, free training, cash pay, $10 pay for a minimum wage job. It's just pure brutal.
So yeah, it was a great conversation with you, Viraj. We talked about a lot of things for, especially for new people who are looking into job market, some immigration issues and like the immigration part, how the immigrant should be approaching the job market. So yeah, it was a great talking with you. Nice
Thank you so
conversation.
much. Lovely chatting with you as well.
इस पॉडकास्ट को एंड तक देखने के लिए धन्यवाद. ऐसा ही अमेजिंग एपिसोड्स के लिए यू कैन सब्सक्राइब टू CIS और हम आपके लिए एवरी वेडनेसडे लाते रहेंगे न्यू एपिसोड्स. सी यू ऑन नेक्स्ट वेडनेसडे.